guys, so this is in fact episode 8. So in the last episode we didn't really see too much progression. Nicola went to her audition and she passed it, so she is going to get the gig. Evangeline's still kind of figuring out what she wants to do in life, so I think I've basically decided that she's going to stay in the barista career track for a little bit. Although I may have her quit that because I really want her to focus on the art side of things. So I really want her to focus on the writing and focus on painting. I think I'm going to hold off on the music producing. I think that that's something we can explore with a future sim. But for now, I want to keep Evangeline more on the, writing and painting. So this episode is actually happening over Love Day, and it's going to be the first date for Evangeline and Elizabeth. And it's going to be the last date for Sterling and Nicola. I really feel it's important that Nicola be single going into acting, and also they're drifting apart. So it makes sense that they would end things. I'm having a bit of a personal emergency, and I have to leave now. Is it because he has to go to the bathroom? That's hilarious. So I'm going to do a lot of post voiceover while editing just because I noticed that the sound mixing is a little bad in this episode. So before I film the next one, I will make sure that I adjust my game audio sounds because that's why it's kind of drowning out my microphone a little bit. It's also not the best microphone. I think maybe Evangeline is going to send a happy text to Elizabeth. That's cool, Tina. Tina's fabricated something for us. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and have these two go to the park. So I really like these two together, and I really like that the autonomy of the Sims, just of the game itself, allowed these two Sims to kind of meet and like hit it off and come together. Because it's not something that I would have planned for Evangeline's character, so I'm glad that she was able to tell me that that is something about her character. And I think that's really fun when you're creating a story like this, or even when you're writing, how the characters kind of just bring themselves to life in front of you. Also, I really like Elizabeth's outfit in this because it reminds me of one of my best friends. It just feels like the kind of thing that she would wear, so she'll definitely know who she is when she sees it, so shout out to you. But, I'm just going to let them hang out at the park for a little bit. I feel like they're still in the get-to-know-you phase, so they're probably still figuring out, who's your favorite band and what's the craziest thing you've ever done, just that fact-finding part of a relationship. So I'm going to let them enjoy it. I do a couple close-ups of them so that I can get some screenshots for after. I don't think I used any of them. But I'm going to let them just hang out and chat, and we are going to leave them here, let them do their autonomous thing, and we're going to go hang out with Nicola for a little bit. So I sped this up quite a bit, but I sent Nicola on a jog, and then I did some renovations to the house, so I just moved the fence over. I created a little gardening space because Evangeline had expressed wanting a bee box, so I figured she'd get a bee box and some planters. Maybe she'd explore gardening a little bit. And then I created a sitting area outside as well, so they have a couple more places to entertain people since they tend to have people over a lot. I also thought it would be like a nice little spot people could hang out outside. So I'm cutting out quite a few chunks from this video because I actually had, I think, 45 minutes of footage. And I don't like my videos to be too much longer than like the 20-25 minute mark because then it just feels cumbersome to the viewers. I'm sure that there are people out there who would watch this for 45 minutes straight, but I want it to be easy to digest. I actually really enjoyed the 12-minute episode last time, but you can't do much in 12 minutes, so I think the 20-minute mark is the perfect spot. But I just have Evangeline working on starting her garden and tending to her bees a little bit. I cut out just some of their like showering and normal caretaking stuff. But I wanted to cut as much as I could so we could get to the dates later on in the episode. I'm going to have her meditate. And she has a gig soon, so. I don't remember what gives them confidence. So I'm going to go ahead and have her psych self up and then freshen up. So I have to come on post and fix this audio because I accidentally called them by the wrong names. So I got Nicola in a confident mood so she could go to her gig feeling confident because it said it would help with it. And then I'm sending her alone this time because I actually want Evangeline to clean the house a little bit. She's going to take a shower, and then I'm actually going to have Evangeline call Elizabeth and ask her out on a date. I think Elizabeth would want Evangeline to be a little bit more forward in this relationship. I think she's made it very clear how she feels, so I think she's putting the ball in Evangeline's court. And I think she's just going to take her to dinner. I think that, or well, like lunch. I think that that's going to be their first official date. Look at her showing up all overdressed. Let's change your outfit. And then we're going to kiss her hands. And then we're going to give her a Valentine's Day gift. We are going to give her a small print of us, and then we're going to give her a second gift of a flower.
Babu! Oh, Kalu! Ibane!
I do have to add that you can hear the annoying sound of a sim somewhere destroying or turning something into resources from Eco Lifestyle. I really like some of the assets from the Eco Lifestyle game, but let me tell you, some of the bugs that have been going on in the game are really starting to get on my nerves. And I know that they've said they've fixed a bunch of them, but I'm still terrified to try and play with their features. So I'm just having her tell her hey, I'm really into you. I'm really glad you agreed to come on a date with me. And then she's gonna confirm that she's single.
Oh, now a bit?
And then she's gonna request a table.
Bon and Grabby? Oh, yibs.
Yeah, she is single. Cool. Sterling's calling Evangeline on... No. Sterling is calling her on Valentine's Day and not Nicola. What is this? What is happening, guys? Oh, we got seated outside. That's really fun. But also makes it really hard for me to... Oh, she changed outfits. Oh, look at these two.
Ooh. Floy Masharnu? Kalimpo. Ha, yoyim.
And then let's go ahead and... So I think they're talking about what they both want from this relationship and if they want it to move forward. And I think they're both kind of on the same page that they like the direction that this is headed, and that they want to keep figuring out what is happening. So I just have them rushing through some of the goals that it sets at the top for the date. But I think that they're probably having a really good time. They seemed to be really getting along. Their relationships meters were always going up. They didn't really seem to disagree on too many things, and I just think they're super cute together. So I'm going to speed this part up a little bit just so you don't have to watch them talk about their meals. Here we go. Oh my goodness.
Oh, no. Nurture. Oh!
Okay, they still got gold even though they didn't get to, but I think that she's going to ask her to be her girlfriend now.
Zombo.
Yes. Oh my god, yes. I'm so excited. Yes, yay! End meal and pay. And I think I'm going to call it at the end of that. Thank you so much for watching. So it wasn't like a super exciting episode, but Evangeline and Elizabeth did start dating. And obviously Sterling is not thinking about Nicola, so I'm thinking that maybe Nicola and Sterling shouldn't be together either. I know, Sterling was beautifully made with love for this series, but I just feel like he's not that into Nicola, and he's not that into Evangeline, and it's not worth it to press the issue. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, but what I'm thinking is maybe now that they're not in school and they're not seeing each other, we go with that whole idea that I had, where maybe because they're not seeing each other every day, it's like becoming more apparent that they don't think about each other, and so maybe they're gonna drift apart as well. Where Evangeline's drifting away by choice, I feel like Nicola is gonna drift away just because she's self-absorbed and doesn't notice. So I'm gonna get these two little girls in bed, and two young women in bed, I guess. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.